Hello, Bitcoin today from Mallorca for Mallorca and the rest of the world. Well, I'm wearing a red T-shirt today, sort of indicator, pre-indicator for the Bitcoin price. But before we talk about financial markets and Bitcoin and stuff like that, first we check the weather in Mallorca. And here what you can see is very nice. It's sunny. We have 20 degrees today and all over the island. This is the airport weather report. So more and more tourists are coming. Easter is just about to come. And well, the most beautiful island in the world. And we love it here and we enjoy very much the climate, as you can see obviously here. Okay, so time to check the financial markets and also the crypto market and the Bitcoin especially. So, and here, as always, we check first of all the interest rates. You know, this is a thing which is very important in the moment. So we are on 3.96 on the 2 years and 3.4 on a 10 years, and this is very important. So we are not inverted anymore, as we have been yesterday and all the weeks before. And this is due to the Fed meeting yesterday. I shortly will come to this. So the thing is that we will check first of all the situation with the Federal Reserve. As you know, yesterday we had a meeting. And as expected, the rates went up by 25 points. So we have now 4.7% interest rates. And what we see here now is the expectations for the 3rd of May, so the next meeting. And this is very interesting. We see 52% likelihood that we stay on this rate, and 47% that we have an increase with another 25 points. So this is a very good sign. So maybe we reached the top. Another thing we will check now on a daily basis, as I said already yesterday, is the balance sheet. Because as you guys know, we have a lot of problem with the banks. And here we see how they try to solve the problem. I mean, the Federal Reserve did financial tightening for more than a year by increasing the interest rates at the same time. But now they pump again a lot of money into the banks because there's a huge problem. They're just scared about bank run. And so they push a lot of liquidity into the banks. Still, the problem, I don't think, is solved. But this is actually what they do. Why is this important for us by looking into the Bitcoin? Because the Bitcoin is part of the financial situation and it is not isolated. So it's very important to look into this. All right, the next thing what we're going to do is check live the markets. We start with the DAX. It's minus 0.5%. We see the Dow Jones is slightly up. The Nasdaq 100 is 1% up. The S&P 500 is 0.5% up. So that's not bad. So because yesterday we saw a strong sell-off after the press conference from Jerome Powell. But well, everything sort of calmed down, and that's a good thing. Another thing we have to check is, like we do every day, the Fear and Greed Index from CNN, and we are on 36% in the fear region. And first what we check is the market momentum, which is basically the S&P 500. And as we can see, we are on the 125-day moving average line with about 4,000 points. That's okay. The next thing we have to check is put and call options. They go down the puts, that's a good sign. And so people do not bet so much on short, that's good. And the market volatility is also down to the 50-day moving average, that's a good sign. So all in all, after the press conference yesterday and the increase by 25%, we see quite a calm market, but still we are in the fear region. We are definitely in a bear market and not in a bull market. All right, so we come to the news. Bitcoin price whipsaws as Fed says rate hikes may not be appropriate. This is basically, in the press conference, Jerome Powell yesterday said that most likely we will have a further increase regarding the interest rates. And as we just saw before, the market is divided 50-50. We will see what will come. But anyway, another thing which happened yesterday after the press conference was the interview with Janet Yellen, and this was quite a crazy thing because she made a big turnaround and she said, no, all the bank accounts are not totally safe. They cannot bail out everybody. You know, she was talking a lot in this direction, and she made a 180 degrees move from what she said the days before. This is why the market and also Bitcoin yesterday went down. But as I just said, it stabilized today again. Okay, another thing is important news. Cathie Woods, ARK Invest sells Coinbase stock for the first time in 2023. Now, why? We see another confrontation from the SEC against Coinbase. They threatened them yesterday, and they said, well, maybe they take them to court, they maybe sell securities and stuff like this, and they're not allowed doing it, blah, blah, blah. So we saw a drop in Coinbase with about 15% on the stock market yesterday, quite something. But this is the overall situation. I mean, the SEC is fighting against crypto. The only thing they cannot fight against is Bitcoin because it's proof of work. It simply just doesn't work. Okay, we check, like always, the market capitalization of Bitcoin in relation to all the other assets. We see on number 1 always gold, on 6 silver, and 11 is Bitcoin in the moment. Slightly down from yesterday. Yesterday it was 550. Today it's 538. Okay, and another thing is now to look into the Bitcoin live price. When we do the video, 27,714. This is why I have red T-shirt. We are down because yesterday we were close to 29. And whoever watched my video yesterday, I said, be careful, you guys. There could be a consolidation, and this is actually what we saw last night. We saw a drop of about $2,000 last night, and now, because we were down to 26.5, coming from 28.5, but now, as you see, 27.7 sort of consolidation. You can see it. This is on a daily base. You see the big red candle yesterday, which we predicted. The good thing is now that when we look in the RSI, that we are in the 51% region. So, as I said yesterday, 50% is quite a good time to invest. So, you should check it today and maybe tomorrow how things go on. We are definitely not oversold and not overbought, and this is what is important. Okay. We also have to check the gold price because gold goes very much along with the Bitcoin. We see the last 6 months. And we see $1,979 US, close to $2,000. And this is interesting because yesterday, when you were following maybe the meeting, the press conference and the meeting, which took place at 7 p.m. European time, the whole stock market really went down, Bitcoin went down, but gold went up. So people really go for safe haven, and that's a good thing. Okay, you guys, before we come now to the Bitcoin future, as always, the disclaimer from our side. We don't give you any financial advice. You have really to know what you're doing, and please check our websites, and please look in our YouTube channels. We try to help you with our information and with our models, but you have to make your decision by yourself. This is very, very important. Okay, so let's check the Bitcoin future. We concentrate on the topics. First of all, Fear and Greed Index. Still strong, a little bit less than yesterday, 57. I think, yeah, we had 62 yesterday. So a little bit down, but still more than 50%. That's a good thing. So the sentiment is still positive. Next thing is obviously the heat map, like always. And here we see a lot of red, a little bit of green. And Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin red. My red T-shirt. More or less the same color, I hope, at least. Looks like. No, not quite. But anyway. So, year-to-date, down 31%. Well, obviously, yesterday we were up. This is because the Bitcoin price went down. But not a big thing. Okay, next thing we check is the dominance. 47%. Total market capitalization is about 1.2 trillion. We saw this long-term uptrend. Now we see a little bit of consolidation here, but still close to 50%. That's very good. Okay, now we check, like always, the future market, very important. Future market drives, in a way, the spot market. And, well, here we see not so many longs on the left-hand side and a lot of shorts on the right-hand side. So this is actually what I said, be careful, because we are in the situation in the moment that there could be more problems with the price. This is what I said already yesterday, and nothing has changed so far. Okay, we check the Bitcoin loaded addresses, and here we see 45 million, still growing. It's constantly growing. This is the real deal, the spot market. The Bitcoin dominance has not changed. This you can check by yourself. So we go to the Google Trends, and Google Trend on a global base, which is more or less the search behavior for the word Bitcoin. We see now a little bit of consolidation. We had this uptrend, now it's a bit consolidating. We check the top 5, El Salvador, Nigeria, Netherlands, Slovenia, and Switzerland. The next 5 is Austria, Turkey, Germany, Canada, and Belgium. So as I said already yesterday, the whole thing is very much driven in the moment by Europe. US not so much. Okay, we check on 1 year's base the Bitcoin. Well, we saw the bottom here. By the way, check the website. This website is getting better every day. The team in the background is working really hard in improving it. And there's so much interactive data you can play around. It's really a nice thing. Okay, so we see here the uptrend since the bottom. We also compare this with Ethereum. And I said it already yesterday. The one thing we have a decoupling. We have since the last 2-3 months a decoupling. Before, the Ethereum was following very much the Bitcoin. But since there is the discussion in the US about proof of stake could be a security, proof of work, which is only Bitcoin, not, there's big decoupling, which we can see. Obviously, you see it here. You can check it by yourself. Now we come to our price prediction models. We check first the Bollinger Bands. This is actually, it happened what I said yesterday. We are very wide in the Bollinger Bands, and we see that there is a turnaround. As always, it will go down to the blue line. We see the same thing on the MACD. We had the strong uptrend, which is the orange one. And we see the green bars here. We are over the top and we are going down. This is also why we were able to predict yesterday that the price will go down. This is important. Check these videos from us on a daily basis. It's really helpful because we have all these short-term, medium-term, long-term models. It helps a lot. Saves you money. Another thing is the RSI, Real Strength Index. I said yesterday we are overboard, and we see now it's going down. This is on a daily basis, by the way. Okay. And here we see red again, price forecast for 48 hours. Again, this is why I wear a red T-shirt. Model says it could go down to $26,000. In the moment, we are on 27.7. Okay. Now the cycle trend model, still a big yellow box. I said it already yesterday. The smaller this box gets, the better. We are overrated. The price is too high in relation to our model. Model says still $41,000 in 1 year's time. The other model says 43,000. Will be interesting to see if we follow the lower base case or the other base case. Not decided yet, but anyway, this is basically what it is. All right, you guys. I hope you had some fun with the information. One thing I want to say, please be careful in the moment. The whole market is a bit crazy, as you could see. There's a lot to do with the banks. I don't think that the problem with the banks is really solved. The latest numbers I saw were about 180 banks in the US who have problems with bank runs. People transfer money to bigger banks, and I don't think the whole thing is sorted out. And this means liquidity is moving very fast, and this can affect the Bitcoin. This is really something you have to bear in mind. Anyway, I will look forward that you come into the video tomorrow again. I wish you all the best, and enjoy your day, and hopefully wherever you are, you also have good weather. Thanks, and bye-bye.